Good. You getting the VIP treatment in what, Derek's office and everything. Look at you.
I know. I thought this was big money, but apparently big money's in the other room. I don't know. It's just a good place to be.
I wanted to ask you about the development of the defensive line. Sean had mentioned, well, obviously not using it as an excuse, that it is a reality. There's new faces. And so take me through what it's like to integrate even you coming back into the fold and with the heavy rotation that you guys run.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting process to figure out since we didn't have OTAs to work out a lot of those kinks as well as preseason. The rotation, they didn't get a full evaluation of who they like playing with who they like playing. If that makes sense. I mean, we all kind of play noses. We all kind of play threes. But you just kind of find the groove of how people play. Sometimes if you get a player who's constantly in the backfield, then maybe there's a player who's good at making that person right. If they just anticipate shoot a gap, another player could kind of correct them, if that's in their play. Or if you have two guys that are not as penetrating, and so they weren't able to figure that out kind of all out through the shorter time. And so we've been working through it. The rotation's been great. As you guys can see, our snaps are so similar every week. We're all getting out there and being active. I think that we're all excited to go out, have the opportunity to go line up again and showcase the improvements we made this week. And, not just up front, but, you think as a team, you have to be optimistic when we didn't play great last week. We didn't play good last week, and we beat a good team. And so how good can we be if we are playing well?
And it's funny because traditionally, obviously, there's preseason, and it's almost like a lot of moan and groans of we have to go through 4 preseason games. But are we starting to see the effects of having none of that?
Yeah, it's hard to tell right now. What can you pinpoint it on? Obviously, the preseason games are nice, but as you guys know, sometimes you don't even play your starter guys, or maybe through all 4 preseason games, one of your starter stud players gets 15 plays total or something. I think it's more of the no OTAs, people not being able to be together, work through things, especially timing of our games and blitzes, hand signals, things like that you just don't have time to incorporate. So I don't know if it's the physicality of just those 15, 20 snaps that we get game-like in OTAs, in preseason. Me personally, I think it's not being able to be together in April, in May, in June.
Biggest in the NFL, one of. What are the challenges that that unit presents?
Yeah, they definitely have some seasoned vets on that team. You can see it in the way that they play. They are a bigger unit. I know that I think Richie's a little banged up, so I don't know if we're going to see him. But still, they have a rookie that I think they picked pretty high that's going to be in there. Their center's been to Pro Bowls. Their tackles are first-round picks, stud guys. So we're just going to have to be us better than they can be them in this league. It's not how it was about 10 years ago where you had these giant, big offensive linemen to kind of run right at your face the whole time. The league's becoming more finesse and more West Coast, so you more often than not see smaller linemen who can move really well. These guys, have a little bit of both to them. I was really impressed at seeing how some of these big, their center, big guy, but how he gets up to the next level and is still pretty agile with the linebackers as well. So it's definitely going to be a tall glass of water, but looking forward to the challenge.
Appreciate it, Harrison.
Thank you.
Hey, Harrison. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, how you doing?
Well, thank you very much. After a few weeks, we're starting to see the importance that Starr would have presented had he stayed on the team this season. How has his absence changed your role within the team, especially on the interior defensive line?
That it's really hard to speculate. I assume with Starr we probably would have kept 5 defensive tackles. I think we carried 5 for a little bit of last year. So maybe the rotation would have been split a little bit more. Starr is probably one of the guys who plays a lot more nose guard than just 3 technique, as we all kind of been rotating and shifting throughout the whole thing. But also he would be the oldest of the bunch too, so his leadership or being familiar with Coach Washington as they played in Carolina. It'd definitely be hard to speculate how the rotation would be with 5 of us if we all dressed or not. But definitely looking forward to having him back next year.
And kind of off topic to a degree, but growing up in Nebraska, the Big Ten is going to be playing football again soon. As a Stanford alum, the Pac-12 is going to be playing football again soon. What has kind of your fall Saturday been like without those staples of college football for a while? And now, does the fan in you all of a sudden kind of want to, be able to see those again? And how does that change what your Saturday might be like?
Yeah, I'm a huge college football guy. I like college football. Like as a kid, I would watch all the games, record the games. I was way more college football than NFL football when I was growing up and in high school and stuff. And so I'm excited to have football starting back up. I know the Big Ten, all my buddies in Nebraska can't wait. I am looking forward to having to either jet home on Saturdays after the walkthroughs and pull up the game that I recorded or whatever, so I can fast forward through some of the commercials or whatever I got to do. I bought the whole sports package so I can get all the games I need to, and I'm not using it right now. So it would be nice to put that money to good use.
Cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, everyone.